No, because I want to say I'm guilty. And I
And
thought we
you
found
said
over
it-
to
you
circuit
said it
court,
all
so I
morning.
could.
Ma'am, you understand that for the purposes of this arraignment, you're not saying anything about them, meaning that you're standing mute. By law, that means that the court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Excuse me?
Your Honor, I spoke with her this morning. She advised me that she wanted to represent herself and did not wish to be represented by the public defender's office.
Is that a correct statement, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. Couple things we have to do here then. I do have to advise you that you are before the court on 2 charges of assault on a prison employee. Do you understand the nature of those charges?
Yes, they started, but I ended it, and I'm guilty, and I want to say I'm guilty.
Ma'am, I'm also going to advise you that you should refrain from saying anything about the offenses, as anything that you say can be used against you in this matter. You also understand that each of these counts is a felony, punishable by up to 5 years incarceration and a $250 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes, I do understand that.
All right. You also understand that there can be great perils in representing yourself in this matter?
Yep, I accept that. I don't really think there's that many perils.
You also understand that in doing so, that you would be held to the same standard that an attorney would be held to regarding knowledge of the court rules and knowledge of the proceedings.
That sounds pretty fair.
All right. So your intention is to represent yourself in this matter?
Yes, sir, and plead guilty right now.
You understand, you could please not interrupt me, but if you understand also that if at any time during these proceedings that you wish to be represented by counsel, that you can request that of the court, and the court would appoint counsel to represent you if you could not afford to hire counsel. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
And so you wish to proceed today without counsel, is that correct?
Yes.
Public defender is permitted to withdraw as counsel of record, defendant to represent herself.
Thank you, Your Honor. Do you need an order?
Pardon?
Do you need an order?
Please.
I'll get that to you right away, sir.
Okay, ma'am, what do you wish to do today?
I would wish to enter a guilty plea.
All right. If you wish to enter a guilty plea, you're going to have to waive your right to a preliminary examination, proceed to circuit court, and enter the guilty plea there.
Okay.
So you wish to waive your right to have a preliminary examination in this matter?
Yes.
You understand that a preliminary examination is a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offenses alleged were committed and that you committed them.
Yeah.
You understand that you'll not have that hearing and that you'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes.
People also waive their right? Yes, preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on both counts. Ma'am, you understand, and it has not changed from the time of your arraignment to the time that I had just read the charges. You understand that this is, at this point, the circuit court arraignment. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
The information in this case alleges that on or about November 26, 2022 at Huron Valley Correctional Facility, count 1 alleges that you did commit an assault on a prison employee, that being a Tracy Maupins. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir. I punched her in the head 3 times.
Excuse me?
Yep, I did it. I punched her in the head.
Well, you understand what you are charged with.
Yep, punching her in the head.
It's a felony punishable by up to 5 years incarceration.
The courtroom quickly descends into a dramatic and emotionally charged confrontation as the defendant refuses to cooperate with the normal legal process. Instead of remaining silent and allowing the arraignment to proceed, she repeatedly interrupts the judge with emotional outbursts and direct admissions of guilt, openly confessing to assaulting the prison employee. Every attempt by the judge to explain her constitutional rights and protect her from self-incrimination is met with further interruptions, creating an atmosphere filled with tension and unpredictability. Determined to represent herself, the defendant dismisses her public defender and insists on handling the case alone, even after being warned about the serious dangers of self-representation. As the hearing continues, the judge struggles to maintain order while carefully balancing courtroom procedure with the defendant's rights. The repeated confessions force the situation into chaos, leaving the courtroom stunned as the defendant continues speaking against her own legal interests despite constant warnings that her statements could later be used against her in court. The intensity of the exchange grows with every moment, turning what should have been a routine proceeding into a gripping courtroom showdown filled with frustration, emotion, and escalating conflict. In the end, the judge is left with no choice but to intervene, entering a not guilty plea on the defendant's behalf to preserve due process and ensure the case can properly move forward to circuit court.
And a $2,500 fine plus court costs. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
The information also alleges that on that same date at that same location, that you did commit another offensive assault on a prison employee, that being a Lauren Hales. You understand that charge, ma'am?
Yeah, I punched him in the head 3 times too.
I'm also going to advise you that you should refrain from saying anything about the offenses in this case, because anything you say can and will be used against you. You understand that, ma'am?
Yeah, but I'm already saying I'm guilty, but I understand.
The second offense is also a felony punishable by up to 5 years incarceration and a $2,500 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You also understand that, as I had indicated before, that you do have the right to be represented by counsel. You cannot afford to hire counsel. You would be appointed counsel to represent you. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. This time, ma'am, what I'm going to indicate is that you're standing mute to these charges. That means you're not at this time saying anything about them, and I will be entering a not guilty plea. You understand that?
No, because I want to say I'm guilty. And I thought we found it over to circuit court,
Ma'am, you understand that for the purposes of this arraignment, you're not saying anything about them, meaning that you're standing mute. By law, that means that the court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. You will proceed to circuit court, and then you will do what you wish.
Oh, I thought we just switched over to circuit court so I could do that.
Well, we kind of did. But I'm not doing the plea. The fact that you don't understand may be why you need an attorney. But
I don't need an.
I can't force you to have one, so you're going to proceed on your own. Do you understand what I have just said?
Yep, you're not doing what I said.
Will indicate the defendant is standing mute to both charges. I'll enter a not guilty plea. Pre-trial in this matter will be set for
November 13th at 1:30 before Judge Conlon.
Good luck. November 13th, 2024, 1:30 before Judge Conlon, and I'm sure Judge Conlon will be more than happy to take your guilty plea, ma'am. All right?
Okay.
Bond in this matter will continue. Thank you.
Thanks.
As the hearing reaches its dramatic conclusion, the courtroom is left overwhelmed by the intensity of what has unfolded. What should have been a straightforward arraignment instead turned into a chaotic and deeply emotional confrontation, with the defendant repeatedly interrupting the proceedings, openly confessing to the assault charges, and refusing to follow the judge's instructions. The tension continues to build until the very final moments, as the judge struggles to maintain control while also protecting the defendant from further damaging her own case. Every exchange adds another layer of frustration and unpredictability, creating an atmosphere that feels more like a breaking point than a routine court hearing. Despite the constant disruptions, the judge remains composed and focused on preserving due process, ultimately stepping in to enter a not guilty plea on the defendant's behalf so the legal system can continue properly. The decision underscores the seriousness of the situation and highlights the responsibility of the court to ensure fairness, even when a defendant appears determined to work against her own interests. As the case is officially bound over to circuit court for the next phase of proceedings, the hearing ends with a lingering sense of shock and tension that stays with viewers long after the courtroom falls silent. The emotional outbursts, repeated confessions, and relentless courtroom clashes combine to make this a gripping and unforgettable legal moment that captures the unpredictable reality of high-pressure courtroom proceedings.